Rajendra, Sip Premchandji, Sip Krishna, Sip Lakshmi, Sip Samatma, Sip Sadanand, Sip Ravi, Sip Bliss, Sip Panita, Sip Sagai, Sip Rutanu, Sip Ashok, Sip Atmatray. And many of you who are still to come to this call. Very challenging, very different question. Let me see who is going to ask the question. Can we live permanently in the state of consciousness? Can we live permanently in the state of consciousness? So who's going to answer this question? Because it's not an easy question. It's a very tricky question. Ashok Nichani, Raji Rutanu. Let us start. Unmute.
Shivam.
Shivam, sir.
Saji, we cannot live permanently. No.
Then?
Because of our mind. 90% of all human beings live in the mind state.
Okay.
So it is not possible for them to be in consciousness or awareness all the time.
So you say it is not possible. So then what do we do? So then what do we do?
Only for a few, like a monk, really enlightened person, he can live.
Explain what it means to live in a state of constant consciousness. Can we live permanently in a state of consciousness and awareness? Please, it's a very important subject. Please explain to me what you understand on this and how you understand this to be done. So do you understand, or you're going to learn, or you're going to teach today?
No, sir, we are going to learn. We are going to...
No. What I mean is the group is listening to people. So do you have an answer or you have a question?
Sir ji, man bada hai chor. Chain churta hai.
Correct. So kya karna?
We have to live in consciousness, but it is not possible. Our mind robs.
Okay, stop. So you are telling it is not possible. Let us listen to Raji. Raji, is possible or not possible?
Not possible for me to live because of my mind will come and kill me. Thoughts will come and go. But we can try the maximum extent for 1 hour. Again, mind will come. Again, we have to lock the mind. Again. So in that way, by practice, I don't know.
1 hour you can be in consciousness, huh?
1 hour. 1 hour, yes. 1 hour meditation.
No thought.
No thoughts.
Amazing. Then you are already
early morning, 1 hour I can be in consciousness.
Then next 23 hours?
Next 23 hours, no, not possible. In between, we will come from consciousness, again mind state, again conscious, again.
So what is happening? Mind. Explain to me what exactly is happening, how it's happening, how to be in consciousness.
No, this world, we are in this world, again this manifestation, we will be in this samsara. Again, we have to leave this samsara, then we have to run to God, start loving God, be in consciousness, be aware. Then again, this samsara will call you. Then again, we have to run like that. It will keep on going. Only thing is, we have to be more.
So today I want to explain to you all with the blessing of SIP. I don't know if SIP grace is there, I will explain properly. If SIP grace is not there, then I cannot explain. Today's topic is like that. It's little tricky. Let us try. Rutanu, let us try to get, please pay attention. It's a very complicated subject. Can we live permanently in that state of consciousness and awareness? Can we live permanently? Rutanu. Rumataji. कौन है? Rutanu. Rumataji बाद में. Rumataji भी हाथ उठो. Both have put hands up. Rutanu पहले.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam बोलो.
Guruji, it is only possible if we are enlightened.
If you're enlightened, you can be in consciousness always, permanently.
Otherwise, the mind will keep coming back. We have to keep killing our mind, but it will keep.
I want you all, you are all quite enlightened. I want you all to tell me your real experience. I want you all today to tell me your real experience. How you are living in consciousness, awareness. How many minutes in a day you feel this consciousness? How you lose consciousness? How you come back to consciousness? Normally, Samatma is the champion in this subject. I don't see her many days. Samatma, you are there. I hope you are okay. She is quite a good resource on this matter. Let us see. Chidanand, Master Chidanand, that is what Master tells us now. Sir.
You, Guruji.
Show him, sir.
Yes, we can live in the state of permanent consciousness.
How, sir?
It requires practice, as they say, abhyasa. Once you are on this path of spirituality and you evolve from mumukshu to yogi to Jivan Mukta to Sachidananda, but the moment you reach the stage of Buddha, you can live in permanent consciousness.
How?
Because at that point of time, you perceive, your intellect perceives the whole universe is arising in your consciousness. The identity of I as an individual goes away. And
I'm asking you a question.
whenever you react or talk with people, it's a enlightened ego that speaks, because that's the figure of speech.
Who can live in a state of permanent consciousness?
Once you have the taste of aparoksha anubhuti, it's possible.
How can we? Tell me, you are in this samsara. You are in this samsara. Even if you are in consciousness, when bus is going to come to hit you, you lose consciousness for that moment. You are doing nothing. You're just crossing the road. The bus is going to come and hit you. If you're in consciousness, for the moment the bus is going to hit you, you lose consciousness for that moment, for that fraction of a moment.
I mean consciousness in a state of awareness. So your whole life is in a state of awareness.
Then what happens? See, let's be practical. Chidanand, please tell me a practical state. Okay, I'm going to give you a role play. You're walking in Mumbai.
I have experienced it myself also, because I have gone through this state of even accident. So that phase actually dawned upon me that state of awareness remains. You see everything that is happening. When you go through a state of pain also, that is a time when the slip happens. Yes, this pain is happening in consciousness. That you are able to, that the slight distancing between body, mind, and you, the consciousness, is you can't express it. It's one has to live it.
I think today we must practically understand this if it has to help us. I want today's session to help you in the path of spirituality, in the path of living an awakened life.
But
therefore, I want you all to try to share with me how Ashok said or Raji said, no, impossible. It is not impossible. Although they say it is, but it is not so easily possible.
No. It took me maybe 15 years, and still it was only when I started attending the Zoom call, maybe in 4-6 months thereafter
But Chidanand, let me tell you, let me take the privilege, the opportunity. I'm not doing the right word. Let me take the instance of telling you that anybody who is living in this samsara and they're living in consciousness and they're living in awareness, if there's an outside circumstance, maybe a fire, maybe an accident, maybe a tsunami, maybe a murder, for some time they lose that state of consciousness and awareness, because in that thought they are caught. In the fraction of a moment, they may enter that thought in consciousness, in awareness, but that thought will pull them some little bit out of consciousness till they return back into their consciousness and awareness.
Exactly. The gap suddenly becomes less and less and less, but is always available. The realization of awareness is always available.
But therefore, to be able not to lose the consciousness is practically impossible.
It's walking on the razor's edge, as they always say.
Okay. So let us see. Let me try to explain this the best way I can today. Ru Mataji, बताइए.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
Sure. Can we live permanently in the state of consciousness and awareness?
Guruji, you are the best example for that. When one is in Sthit Pragya, then one can live in consciousness and awareness all the time.
Rumataji, even a person like me, how much ever I may teach you all and how much ever I may try to share all these things, if I am living in this samsara, I was in Bombay yesterday. I told you we were recording Karan Johar. I told you all.
Yes.
And then after recording Karan Johar, I just came out. I just stopped the car. There was a problem in front of my hotel. The cars were jammed. So I just got out of my car. Nothing. I got out of my car. I opened the door. One driver from behind came and jammed my door. And then he's shouting at me. And I said, what did I do, man? I was getting down from my car. You came in the wrong left side. You're overtaking from the left side and you jammed my door. Now, in that fraction of a moment, I have entered that situation in awareness, but we lose that awareness or consciousness for the moment, and we have to come back to that state of consciousness. This is a practical thing which I want to tell you. The challenge is how soon can you come back into consciousness? And the person who is the Satchidanand Atma will come back to consciousness very fast. Very, very, very fast. But to not lose awareness and consciousness is a possibility. I want you all to tell me what. That is what I'm telling. So, Rumata ji, और कुछ बोलना है आपको?
बस गुरुजी वही है जो स्थित प्रज्ञा में है वही अवेयरनेस और कॉन्शियसनेस में
हाँ,
रह
लेकिन वो भी जो स्थित प्रज्ञा में भी है, वो भी माइंड के थॉट में स्लिप हो जाता है.
But he comes back very soon.
He comes back, correct. He comes back very soon. Good. Thank you, Bliss and Rajendra. Bliss and Rajendra.
I think it's very difficult sometimes to be always in consciousness because we are aggressing things and people and talk. They come through us. And it's very not easy when we are in stress and anxiety and fear and everything to be in consciousness, you understand? Because we don't have the control. At this moment, it is very, very hard to come back in consciousness. But we have to go to do this because we have to calm your mind and relativize what happened. It's not real and everything is fake. It's not easy.
I want to give you a practical situation. That's why
when we are in fear and stress and anxiety, it's because you don't stay in present moment. You go forward, you go outside, you go everywhere, but you are not in the present moment.
Yeah, but what to do? Because you are pulled away by samsara. You're living in samsara. You're living in the world. The world pull you out. What can you do?
You have to come back in consciousness and be in silence and relax and meditation and everything.
Okay,
I think I am in and stress and anxiety and everything right now. I'm going.
Don't be. And when are you leaving? When are you leaving Canada?
I'm leaving Canada Monday
Don't
EM.
Okay, don't worry. Everything will be okay. Be in time. Rajendra and Master Grish is giving us his views. Rajendra.
Sir, namaste, sir. It may be very difficult, but it can't be impossible.
Okay.
I take it like that. When you live as Satchidanand Atma, you can live in awareness always, provided there may be some problems sometimes, as you say, but the reaction will be controlled reaction. It will be reaction in awareness.
I'm going to ask you a question now.
Yes, sir.
आप अपने room में अकेले बैठे. You are sitting alone in your room.
Yes, sir.
As this call is going on, suddenly there is some burning smell.
Yes, sir.
Suddenly the light starts fire. Fire comes in the light.
Yes, sir. If I am
suddenly from the door, water is pouring from outside.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
So what is going to happen?
My reaction will be different than a man who is living in mind state. If I am awakened, I will react in awareness.
Will you just sit quietly and let the fire keep on burning?
I will not sit quietly. I will just react to the fire, but in awareness. In awareness, not in panic.
You cannot remain. you cannot
Fan-
remain in awareness at that point, because there are multiple thoughts. There is not one thought. There are multiple thoughts that are coming to your head. There's a fire, there's a smell, there's a water, there's a Zoom call.
But enlightenment will help me. It will not create panic, fear
No.
in me.
We are not saying enlightenment will not help you. The question is, can we live permanently in the state
No,
of consciousness?
I say it is difficult, but I will again switch over to awareness in a moment.
You cannot switch on to awareness in a moment if the fire becomes bigger. If the fire falls on your bed and now your bed is burning. Now the fire has come to your pant and your pant is on fire. I'm just giving an imaginary explanation to you.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to make you understand how to deal with this situation and how to remain in consciousness. I'm trying to guide you. I'm trying to make you understand. अब समझ रहे हैं मैं क्या आपको imagine हो रहा है?
समझ रहा हूं हम यहाँ पहुंच नहीं रहे हैं ना जो आप बोल रहे हो. We cannot expect.
Sometimes the mind, it's like this. The mind goes out, and then the mind goes out, and it goes out, and it goes out, and out, and out, and out, and out, and out, and out. अभी वो mind ने एक jump नहीं मारा. एक जंप मारा, दूसरा जंप मारा है, तीसरा जंप मारा है, चौथा जंप, फोर्थ जंप, फिफ्थ जंप, सिक्स्थ जंप, सेवेंथ जंप, एट्थ जंप, नाइन्थ जंप, दूर हो गया. Now in that state, you can't come back to consciousness in 1 second. It takes an effort to come back to consciousness. Master Girish. Yes, sir.
One who has really conquered the mind, there is no thoughts which bother him. Thoughts are coming one by one, like snow or fish in the ocean of consciousness.
Correct.
This state, intellect is already active and he is aware in awareness. He can discriminate and choose the thoughts so that he do not slip into bhoga. Thus ensure that he continues to live in the state of truth consciousness.
But what about the example I gave, Rajendra?
I did not carefully follow that.
No, suppose today I am sitting in my house and I'm listening to Zoom call. Ready? Some of my family members just now start shouting, paining, 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 heart attack, they're gasping, they're going to die. Zoom call is going on. Just as I'm doing that, I am seeing that the AC is on fire. Same time. How to deal with the situation? The AC is on fire, somebody is dying, a heart attack, Zoom call is happening. What to do? Can you remain in Satchidanand in that moment and remain Shanti and watch the Zoom call?
Internally, he can be in Satchidananda, and outwardly, what is required, he can do.
Good.
Like Janaka.
Yeah, good. But the point is, that is a very nice theoretical explanation. But practically, I'm telling you what will happen. Practically, the mind will have feelings and thoughts. Mind will return in the circumstances which is happening because of karma. And mind will take us out of consciousness momentarily. Then, Girish, we have to therefore come back to that state, CBTY, CBTC, CBTC, come back to consciousness. There will be moments, if we are a sannyasi living somewhere in the mountains, maybe the chances are better. But we can't live a sannyasi, like it's not easy to live a life of sannyasi and leave everything and just live in the mountain. That has its own problems. I'm not telling that sannyasi has no problems. Suppose sannyasi is sitting in the mountain from 2 days, suddenly there is no food. It is a cloud burst. He is not able to go out of his room and there is no food. Now there's a cloud burst. What we should do? From 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, he's not able to leave his room. He's hungry. Nothing to eat in the room. So all I'm telling you all is, I want you all to practically understand that when we say, can we live permanently in the state of consciousness and awareness, it is not as easy to theoretically say, yeah, we can live. It is a very difficult process to be in awareness. You can be in awareness. You can lose your consciousness in awareness. You can be aware that you're losing your consciousness and the mind is taking over because there are thoughts which are creating some feelings and you have to act and you have to be responsible. It's called responsibility. You have a responsibility to respond in that moment, but you can be aware about it. But chances are the mind will pull your awareness. It will just stretch and it will break the awareness because it will take you away from awareness till such time that you realize it and you come back in a matter of seconds. Sophia and Chidanand. Girish, anything more to say? Sophia.
No, sir. No.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
About
tell
all
me.
being and all air. And yes, can we stay in consciousness? This is the question. So yes, I can, as I know who I am. I am
Permanently.
soul.
Can
All
you
are
stay
soul.
permanently in
Yeah,
consciousness?
but I know because I have Gnan, so I come back. If anything happens, I go, I do my action, but I come back and I have Gnan. So I come back and say, I'm God and stay in Sachinanand again.
Very good. Very good. That is the right answer. The right answer is that, can we live permanently in that state of consciousness and awareness? Yes, we can.
Yes.
Provided when we lose that consciousness in that moment, we come back into that consciousness. That is living permanently in awareness and consciousness. We cannot imagine a situation being alive and living without body, mind, and ego, because as long as we are body, mind, and ego, we will experience that. But therefore, the answer itself is the question itself is the wrong question. What is it to live permanently in the state of consciousness and awareness? This should be the question which I will try to answer with a changed question. Chidanand.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Chidanand.
Yeah, Guruji, you said it all, because the mind, or you get the ability to respond, responsibility, that ability to respond, it becomes so natural that, and so if you say that you have to change from one state to another, you live in the state of surrender all the time. So you're not worried about the consequences of action, because you perform the actions as a flow.
As a divine instrument.
As a divine instrument. Absolutely. But you're right. Consciousness and awareness cannot coexist. It's a slight what you call.
That's not. I told you words, grammar. We will not get into grammar.
Is the issue, yeah.
So basically, it is in consciousness that there is awareness. But what happens is when the mind appears, this consciousness disappears. But when it disappears, you can be aware that you have lost your consciousness to the mind, and you can try to come back to consciousness. So what I'm trying to tell you all is, there will be moments where you will lose this awareness and consciousness. Don't worry about it. What I'm changing the question. Not can we live permanently? What is it? What is it to live permanently? What is it to live permanently in consciousness and awareness? It is this, that when you are losing the consciousness and awareness with thought, circumstances, problems, tsunami, some problem, that moment when there is a big issue, suppose somebody dear to you dies out, suddenly dies, young age. You can't say, I'm in awareness, I'm in conscious. Oh, I am in awareness, I'm in consciousness. 40-year-old person got heart attack, died. He's your cousin. Oh no, let him die. I don't care. What happened to his wife, children? I don't care. I am in awareness, I am in consciousness. No. Immediately your thought will go, what happened to my cousin? Why he died at 40? Why
he will always be there.
So in that, but you can be aware of the situation that you're moving into thought. You be aware that you have lost consciousness and you have got into mind state or thought state, and don't get dragged too much. You come back fast, CBTC, see, come back to consciousness fast. And a person who's a yogi can come back faster. A person who's a sannyasi can probably come back faster, but I never say that you should go and become sannyasi. That is not the right way to live.
We
Okay,
should be
good.
able to.
So anybody has any other questions, or anybody has any comment, or you all found it very confusing? Anybody wants to comment? Was it very, very confusing or what? Yes, Sadanand. Yes, sir.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, sir.
Actually, once what happened, the Janaka was with the meeting with our
Pujaris, many archakas, many pujaris.
No, not Archaka, sir. Astavakra. Guruji, he was teaching to this Janaka. So all of a sudden one Sainik came there and he was telling that Raja, your mahal is burning.
Yes.
So he has not responded anything. But after that, the Astavakra asked Janaka, so when your mahal is burning, why you are not? Say what immediately what he said, that my mahal is not mine. It is a Midya and Maya. Why should I worry? Okay, continue please. So that was the highest state of mind, the consciousness of the Janaka. So
Correct.
it is possible. What I mean to say is, it is possible for the highest stage of the people who can
Correct.
achieve that.
Correct. What you're saying is correct. That example we have read.
It may be not possible for lower people, but the highest people it is possible because they know it is a Maya, then they will not respond.
Actually, it is a beautiful example, but I am telling all of you in your practical lives how to deal. I am telling you all. It is a very beautiful example of Janaka, but in your practical life, when you lose consciousness in any emergency like this, when Janaka's palace was on fire, if your palace is in fire, just quickly check somebody people are attending to the fire in few moments and come back to peace. But
No,
don't sit like Janaka and wait for your palace to burn.
Actually, the mahal is not burning, but the situation has been created by Astavakra. So he wanted to check the Janaka's.
That is a good katha. What you're saying, it's a good katha to teach us, no?
Okay, whatever it may be, but from kathas also we can learn the things.
No, I am saying it's a very good katha. I am telling it is a very good example.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Very good. Thank you, sir. Very good example. Bliko and Chidanand.
Sivoham, everybody. Sivoham.
Yes, sir.
So what I understand is the awareness of losing our consciousness. That is more important. Once we recognize awareness of losing our consciousness.
Beautiful. We should have the awareness of losing consciousness. Beautiful.
If you are not aware, like you said, if you are not aware, the mind will go first jump, and then second, and then 10th. Then you are loose. You don't know where it is going. So the first jump, and you are aware. Oh, I am now in trouble.
Bliko. In the first jump, you will not be aware.
Yeah, but on second jump, and then
as soon as
you recognize that you are losing consciousness. That is important.
Very beautifully said. What Bliko is trying to say. Please continue to say one more time. Bliko is saying there should be awareness that we have lost our consciousness. Am I right? Because what you're saying?
Correct. Perfect.
Because saying we should be aware, which means that when the mind comes and steals our consciousness and going out of the back door, we should try to be aware of that.
Right.
Now the problem is, if we were aware, then we will not let the mind come. But we were not so aware, or the mind is so sharp, the mind is such a powerful enemy that it bypasses our awareness and takes our consciousness away.
Yeah, but what I am saying is this type of incident, we have to contemplate that, okay, at that moment when I saw somebody and my mind started thinking and I lose consciousness for at least 15 minutes, and then I come back. Oh my God, I was thinking, what rubbish thing. And then this type of example makes your awareness more aware, and you become more conscious about your losing of consciousness.
So what is the challenge? Tell me from your example. Beautifully said. What is the challenge? Tell me.
The challenge is to come back to consciousness as quickly as possible.
Correct. So I used to give somebody training. So there was one person who was very dear to me. They would lose consciousness for 2 days. Then they would lose consciousness for 1 day. Then they would lose consciousness for 11 hours. Then I told the person that finally you have lost consciousness for 19 minutes. Because I could see that person coming back to consciousness in 19 minutes.
Perfect.
You get the point. See what happened. Let me explain to you.
Yeah.
You lose consciousness for such a long time. Then that person has lost consciousness. Now that person has become a master, coming back to consciousness in 19 minutes. That means such a big achievement. But even to come back to consciousness in 19 minutes is a big achievement. Otherwise, just to tell you, the person they lose consciousness, they burn everything. Come on, top, over. Then after 2 days, they start scratching the head. Arre, maine kya kiya 2 din ke baad? That became from 2 days to 1 day. That from 1 day became to 14 hours. It went down to 19 minutes. What an achievement. Superb achievement.
Yeah, so this awareness is important, and we have to focus on that, and that is a sadhana actually.
Yeah, we should try, Bliko, we should try to come back, CBTC, come back to consciousness very fast. Even 19 minutes is too much. We must come back in 1 minute or 2 minutes. WhatsApp now, WhatsApp has got editing. You can edit message. How many minutes you can edit message? I don't know. Maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes. So you should be able to go and quickly edit the message fast, what you have sent. Before the editing option goes away, you should edit the message. That means
like you said, the situation outside is not in our control, right? Anything can happen. Like you said, the fire can start, then somebody will come and throw you garbage on you. Anything can happen.
Yeah, anything.
So you should be ready for any situation and come back to consciousness as quickly as possible. That is important.
The situation does not matter. We have to accept the drama because it is karma. Karma is unfolding. We should accept without protest. The challenge is for us. See, today's call is a very unique call. Correct. Because if we can come back to consciousness soon, then we are the master. Then there is no loss. Because the mind is not riding the horse and we have become the boss. Then there is no loss because the mind is not riding the horse and we have become the boss. This is
that
challenge.
is what you said, master of mind, right? Master of mind.
Beautifully. You become a monk. Master of the mind, M-O-N-K. Master of the mind, only in yoga.
Only in yoga. Negative to
and no desires.
No desires, yeah.
And
karma transcend.
Karma transcend. Chidanand, Vanita, Rekha.
No, I want to share my experience because I have experienced it. I think at that time, many people on the Zoom call are aware of it. The split second, the accident happened. I had no choice on it. But that split second, the next thought that came moment was, as I was hearing your bhajans, it came, you were there. Confidence came that there is a guru to save me. And then immediately you are aware, it's a karma replaying it. And you started reacting to the whole situation objectively, even when the car was revolving in the process. And I could break open the glass and all that. There's a process. But that, as Sip Rico said, it's the speed at which you can come back. All that matters. But that requires practice. And I had to practice exactly 1 year from now when I was hospitalized. The first 7 days, I was continuously with you on WhatsApp. You were sending me voice messages. That trained me to actually, you see, the body pain.
You are losing. In the beginning, few minutes, few moments, you are losing that consciousness. You remember?
At that point of time, it was lasting for hours. But as I was hospitalized for 15 days. But as days progressed, 7th, 8th day, it became the
Very
span
good.
started reducing.
Very good.
So it requires practice.
So this is what we are talking. So what we are talking on this call, my dear friends, it's very important for us. There will be circumstances, there will be problems, there will be situations, but we have to be very careful not to lose our consciousness, our awareness. It's very, very important that we don't lose. Okay, good. Now we have got class 2, Vanita and Rekha. Oh, we still have time. We still have 5 minutes more. Vanita and Rekha. Sure, Vanita.
So, Guruji, we are conscious only.
Your voice is not coming. Your voice is not coming clearly.
But we sometimes, lot of things happen outside, lot of situations. It's not coming clearly.
Yeah, please repeat your question, please. Repeat.
Yeah. No, we are. Why we lose our consciousness? Because we are not staying permanently, because we hold on to the things, situations, whatever happens, we hold on to the things. If we don't hold on, and we can come back to our consciousness easily.
Yeah.
Things will happen in life.
What you're saying,
every minute, anything can happen.
So what Vinita is saying is something else. She's saying if we hold on to samsara, then we'll take long time to come back to consciousness. This is what Vinita is saying. Correct, Vinita? Vanita? If you hold on to things, then it will take you very long time to come back.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Your
situation
connection
will happen. Lot of situations happen.
Okay. Your connection, there's some problem. Please check if you want to ask one more question. Rekha, just check your data. Rekha Parvani.
Yes. There is.
Shivoham, I have realized that even... One minute.
Yes.
I have realized that even good thoughts bombard us when we are in silence.
Good thoughts.
Good thoughts also bombard us when we are in silence.
Good thoughts is to take you away from consciousness and then bombard you with bad thoughts.
Yes.
Good thought is a trick. Good thought is a trick by the mind to take you out of your consciousness. It will tell you, come on, let us eat ice cream. Okay, let us eat ice cream. You're going, okay, I'm in consciousness, I'm going to eat ice cream. Then it will go from there to somewhere else and somewhere else and somewhere else and somewhere.
Yes. Okay. And my daughter said Shivoham to you.
Thank you. Please say Shivoham.
Granddaughter.
Very good. Say Shivoham. So, my dear friends, today's call is very important as we are. Let me tell you one thing. I have 2-3 things to tell you. So, first of all, you must, as soon as this Karan Johar episode is ready in a day or two, please watch it. It's a very interesting podcast. It's just ready for release. Many good things we spoke about. I have been speaking to some people and some people asking me, what is the path you prescribe for enlightenment? For example, some people, they have got path of Krishna consciousness. Some people have got the path of Radha Swami. Some people have got the path of Brahma Kumari. I'm just giving some respectable names. So then I was having a discussion. Raji, I was having discussion with them. They said, what is the path you tell your people to follow? AiR. Tell us what is your path to become enlightened. I said, no, my people don't need to follow any particular path. They can follow any path, provided they follow the principles of the truth. Then they told me, but what about all these paths? All these people have got fixed path. So I asked a simple question. Are all the people following this path, are all of them getting enlightened? If this path, anybody's path, A or B or C, if the path was a path of enlightenment, then everybody should go to enlightenment. Like everybody on the Bombay-Pune highway, everybody will reach Pune. Because the Bombay-Pune highway, as long as you start your car on the Bombay-Pune highway and you keep on going, you will reach Pune. But enlightenment is not like that. Enlightenment is not just following a fixed path. Enlightenment is a journey. You have to realize the truth. You have to be committed. You have to be committed to your journey, your awareness, your consciousness, you have to be very, very committed. Like I said, the first thing is mumukshutva. Then it is jigyasa. Then you get moved from mumukshu jigyasu to jnani. Then you become a yogi. Then you become a Buddha. This is not going to happen by just, if I tell you, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. What is the method? Every morning, Raji, 1 hour only meditation, nothing, full consciousness. After that, then Rekha Parvani, 1 hour bhajanam, kirtanam. Ashok, after that, go to temple for 2 hours. Then after that, Ashok Chotwani, go to the serving the poor people on the street and go give biscuit to the dogs. So what happens? If you do like this 1 hour, 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 and to do 24 hours, can anybody guarantee enlightenment? No, this is not the way to enlightenment. Enlightenment is when the light will switch on. Ting tong. Enlightenment is anubhuti. अनुभूति ये ऐसी हो जाती है, आंखों से कुछ दिखता ना है, महसूस सच हो जाता है, एहसास सच का हो जाता है, इसका कोई परोक्ष नहीं, अंतर्ज्ञान यूं ही हो जाता, अनुभूति सच की होती, अपरोक्ष अनुभूति ये है. Why I'm telling you all this song? Anubhuti. This anubhuti comes in consciousness. This anubhuti comes in awareness. If we lose consciousness and we lose awareness, we cannot have anubhuti. In the mind state, there cannot be anubhuti. So my friends, today I have given you all a very important state. So don't try to be in a state of, while I got a very beautiful example of being like Raja Janaka. Palace is on fire. Raja Janaka is telling, actually Ashtavakra testing Janaka, I think, in that what he said, the Katha. But in the practical, in the modern world, even if you become a sannyasi, I told you, you have given up the world, you're living in the forest, you still have a challenge. So my dear friends, every day, try your best to progress. There is no fixed path. I was just telling you this different swamis and different whatever, Kumaris and so many names are there and so many paths are there. All may be good. I am not criticizing any path. All the path may be good. I am not asking you to follow or not to follow. Whatever path you follow, be connected to the truth. Be in awareness. Be in consciousness. Overcome ignorance. Hold on to the Satya. So yesterday, before I close, in 30 seconds, I want to tell you. Yesterday, I asked Karan, Johar, what is the meaning of Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram? He told, very good movie it is. So I asked him, no, tell me the meaning. So I was teasing him. Anyway, I told you that I was a lovely person. So the episode you watch, you all know the meaning of Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. So how we should evolve, we should see that Satya hai, सत्य ये है कि शिव ही सुंदर है. सत्य ये है कि जो भी है, जो सब सुंदर है, वो शिव है. Everything is the divine. With folded hands, I will see you tomorrow at 8. Tomorrow Sunday, it is open session. Thank you.